Hi everyone, welcome back. Again, Tony with Shinsho Yoga, and today we're going to work on Ardha Uttanasana, or halfway lift. So you will often see Ardha Uttanasana in a sun breath sequence, or generally any type of sun salutation sequence somewhere through there, where you're going to be cycling between Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands position, Uttanasana, forward fold, and Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Teachers may put it into other areas also, but generally you'll see it somewhere in that sequence between upward facing hands, forward fold, halfway lift. That whole sequence there going back and forth between those three is generally referred to as the sun breaths. So today, going over that, and also some modifications associated with this. So this is, as what we're working on, again, considered one of the basic poses in yoga, but basic meaning just not overly complex, not necessarily meaning that it is not challenging or is less healthful than any other pose. There is no pose in yoga that is more healthy than another. It all depends on your body. They're all meant to do different things. So halfway lift is just as healthy as a headstand or forearm stand or any type of complex pose, dancer's pose, king pigeon. It all depends on your body. So don't take basic to mean not easy. Don't take meaning not hard to do, or don't take basic to mean that it's just simple and you shouldn't be able to do it. It's just not as complex as other poses to do. But in the subtlety is the beauty of it. So Ardha Uttanasana, generally we're going to come into from a folded position, from Uttanasana, right? Hence the Ardha. Ardha meaning in Sanskrit half. It's like as if you have Matsyendrasana, which is Lord of the Fishes, and Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes. So this is a half lift. So let's get going on that instead of me just talking the whole time about it. So in the posture, you're going to start as you would in generally coming from Uttanasana, right? So your feet are going to be about hip distance apart, right? Unless your teacher's telling you different for the day, where they want you to do something else, or maybe a wide-legged one, you're going to have your feet about hip distance apart. From here, you're going to lift halfway, flattening the back, moving the heart forward, and lifting the head. One of the things you will see here, my hands come to my shins. This is what's right for my body. Some people may not. Some people may be able to be on the floor, having their hands touching. Their back is then flat, their heart is moved forward, their head is lifted. My body, I have some tightness in the hamstrings and the calves, which is general among men, but people in general in our society in the West have that. So my hands come to the shins, my heart moves forward, and my head lifts. And again, if we're going through a sun breath sequence from there, generally your teacher would have you go into Uttanasana again, coming back into this. But again, Ardha Uttanasana, you're going to lift the head, move the heart forward, flatten the back. Don't do this. Don't put the hands on the knees, right? You want the legs straight. And unlike in Uttanasana, where our legs are bent, in Ardha Uttanasana, our legs are straight. But don't press on the knees. And anything that we're going to do in yoga, we want to avoid pressing on the knees. When we eventually get to tree, you'll see where the modifications go for this, but one of them is going to be where we put the foot is never going to be on the knee, right? So we bring our hands to our shins if need be. If you even need more, you can come here. But we can always modify. Again, blocks. Blocks are wonderful for this. My heart is moved forward. My head is lifted. My gaze is forward. My legs are straight. My back is flat. And then from there, going into Uttanasana, folding. Ardha Uttanasana. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. What you want to avoid doing, as always, is this. Don't hang, just as we wouldn't in forward fold in Uttanasana. Bring the hands here. Right? Don't come up and do this. Right? That's not the posture. The back has to be flat. We want the legs straight. So here, lift the head. Don't come into it and do this. Hanging forward. Again, difference, half lifting. That's the general translation of Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. So we lift halfway. Again, your body may be different. You may be able to come into it without having to bring the hands to the legs. Everyone's body's different. I have long arms. My cousin always used to say, as I was growing up, he'd say, "I think you're raising a gorilla." I have these very long arms. So my arms are different, but my legs are long too, but my trunk is squat. Right? So coming into this for me, right, my legs are coming way up here, and my arms are long here too, but this part is shorter. So if my trunk was as long as my body, right, as long as my arms are here, I would probably have a little bit more to work with, but it's a little more squat, so it's a little more pulled in like this. Plus I have tension along the back of the legs here. So here, moving the heart forward. Again, modifications as needed, even just one block. Forward fold, halfway lift. That's about pretty much it for Ardha Uttanasana. There's not much more you're going to do to it. Move the heart forward, flatten the back, lift the gaze. Again, moving the heart forward. When you get up in that, don't curl over. Move the heart forward. But again, most important part, what we do here, and the following of the breath. So inhale and exhale. As your thoughts arise, acknowledge them, allow them to pass by, and return to the breath. So anytime a thought arises, it takes you being out of present in the moment on your mat. Maybe you have somewhere to go after class. Maybe you have an argument with a coworker or a family member the day before, a loved one. Maybe you have something exciting to do that night, and you're very, very happy about that, which is wonderful. I'm glad. Or maybe you just got some great news. It's wonderful. But be present in the moment you're in. The thought arises, acknowledge it, allow it to pass by, return to the breath. Over and over and over again. Most important part. So, that is Ardha Uttanasana for today. Thanks for tuning in, and namaste.